Sequoia National Park is a gorgeous place to visit on a regular day, but its beauty is amplified when you see it in the winter covered in snow. One of the main draws to the area is the giant sequoia trees. Well, one in particular, General Sherman. Standing 275 feet tall and 36 feet in diameter at the base, this is the largest tree in the world if you measure by volume. It seems like a lot of people stop for a quick photo op at General Sherman and then head back to the car. Little do they realize that if you bring the right gear, namely spikes and snowshoes in the winter, that you can head out on the Congress Trail and see a lot of trees that are almost just as impressive as General Sherman. This trail is beautiful pretty much from the moment you set foot on it. Right out of the gate, you're going to cross over this postcard-worthy bridge and dive directly into a dense forest. This trail comes in right around 3 miles, not counting the short walk up past General Sherman to the trailhead. Hiking in the snow and snowshoeing definitely takes a lot more energy than just hiking on a dirt trail, so be sure to bring plenty of water, snacks to keep your energy up, and warm clothes. The trail is pretty well marked, but one thing that I noticed is that the signs were pretty close to the ground, so I wonder if they could get covered up in the event of a heavy snow. It would definitely be a great idea to pull up an app like All Trails to make sure you're staying on the right path. Being as tall as these trees are, it makes them unfortunately very easy targets for lightning strikes. There are a lot of trees out there with huge gash marks in them, but the surprising thing is that they still seem like they're very much alive if you see the green foliage up at the top. Right around the 1.25 mile mark of the Congress Trail, you'll come to the fork with the Alta Trail. You can take this if you want a shortcut back to the car, but I would highly recommend staying on the Congress Trail because you're coming up on our favorite part of the hike. The first massive tree that you will find yourself at is called the President. I wish that we could see these side by side with General Sherman because they sure do look just as big. It was also at this part of the trail that the snow started to get a little bit deeper and we decided to switch to our snowshoes. You could probably still get by with spikes, but these made our lives a lot easier as we made our way to the next large tree named Chief Sequoia. It's pretty crazy because you don't fully realize how massive these trees are until you notice how long it takes you to walk a circle around one with your snowshoes on. What's better than one large sequoia tree? How about a cluster of them? And that's just what you'll find down the path from Chief Sequoia. This is the first named group that you will come to, and it is called the Senate. About 0.2 miles down the trail from the Senate, you will come to the house, which is way more impressive and way bigger. We spent quite a bit of time taking photos here and taking in how tiny we felt standing amongst these gigantic trees. If you've been wanting to get closer to nature, then you're in luck because you're going to get the chance to walk through a live sequoia tree on your way to the last marked tree on the trail, which is the Mckinley Tree. Fun fact, this tree is named after William McKinley, the 25th President of the United States of America. Even though the McKinley Tree is the last item on the things to see list for this trail, it's still worth taking your time and taking a look around because it is super pretty here. The last section of the trail was downhill and hard packed with ice. This is definitely where the spikes came in handy. There were certain sections with a bit of a cliff on one side and you definitely don't want to slip and go off the edge. On the topic of slipping, you have to be especially careful when you come to these small tree tunnels. When we were there, they were filled with hard-packed ice underneath, and it was extremely slippery. Before we knew it, we were back to our old buddy General Sherman. What are your favorite winter hikes here? We have only been here a couple of times, and we would love to hear your experiences. Please let us know in the comments below. If you enjoy our adventures, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon because that is by far the best way that you can support this channel. Check us out on Instagram at thatadventurelife_official. And for all the information about this hike as well as other awesome things to do in Sequoia National Park, head on over to thatadventurelife.com.